on in this video. I sharing this video. Looking at what happened in Okija 2 days ago or 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Ebe nwa Chief Bishop Okonkwo okpurisi zuru ọnụ n'ishi Odenigbo jenụrụ nwa Chief Ernest Obi Jackso Obi Jackson ọnwa go, and the series of events Obi Cubana family, I can only come to the conclusion and tell you one thing. For some of you who easily get carried away with a lot of show, people do Obi Cubana have vintage here, and some of those guys they put out there for the moon and now do depressed. You watch a magic in now, a banner to millions. The other day, somebody put 100 million naira in cash. We be 50 years birthday Obi Cubana. The other person put 50 million. And now bottle a benine. You watch the thing. Instead of you to catch the cruise that comes with those things, will throw into depression. You will begin to calculate what 100 million or 50 million can do for you. You will begin to imagine, hey, 1 million ever, but I'm more than 100 million. I want you to understand that those guys are into what we call showbiz. Those guys are into what we call showbiz. That is how they make their money. How into entertainment, how into showbiz, and the only way they can keep their business relevant and running is by putting up those kind of shows. That is why they have even put themselves together in a place and call themselves either Cubana Group or whatever this one. Some of them now managing nightclubs and some of those entertainment like kind of business. That is what they do. And that is a way of also promoting and supporting each other. Because I know if I'm not into interior, if I'm not into interior designers, and then engineers. That is how they have chosen to support themselves. That is how they have chosen to promote their businesses. Make their names to ring a bell. But when you look at these two events, or these guys, their event and this one that happened in Okija, you will see that the one that happened in Okija is where we have gathering of men. Gathering of men. When we talk about men, we talk about men who jikola Igbo, pillars of an Igbo. They don't make noise. They don't make noise. You don't see people carrying 50s or hundreds of millions. The only reason why I am not condemning it, now the part of Obi Cubana and Ndotwe, is because I understand the nature of businesses those guys now run. And that is just a way they want to sustain their names. That is just a way they want to promote their businesses. That is just a way they want to build their empires. But their actions, people may misunderstand their actions. What happened in Okija is a gathering of men. And men don't make noise. Those are the men who go established already. Those are the men who will go legacy. Those are the men create go generational wealth. Those are the men with the identity. Those are the men who the Igbo with the identity of Igbo a na-akpọ. Ọwụrụ na agwagụ na ndị Igbo na-agba mbọ. Ọwụrụ na agwagụ na ndị Igbo na-emesi ife ike. Or 60 to 70% of those men gathered in Okija the other day. But the media cannot carry it more than they have carried it already. It is just to give you the news. It is just to give you the highlight. It is just to make you have an idea of what has happened so that you will see the glamorous traditional wedding and for you to know that na nwe kulo General Nwa Jackson. Nothing more, nothing less. It is not in any way an avenue to showcase wealth or whatever. It may seem so to us, but to them, it actually means nothing to them. It is just a way of them preparing their traditional marriage and showing it, that kind of thing. Those are people who go legacy. So they are not doing anything. Imagine Engineer Atoeze. Imagine Ndedoka Allen Onyemafa. Imagine Ndedoka United Nigerian Airline fa. Imagine Ndedoka Shika Senfa. Imagine Ndedoka Ibe Etofa. Imagine Ndedoka Nicholas Okachukufa. Imagine Ndedoka Chris Ngigeva. Imagine Ndedoka Kelafa ye. Name them. Sumudu Wan Nuke. Imagine Ndedoka Ebuka Onungwofa. Imagine all this Ndedoka Sa Emeka Ofo. Imagine Ndedoka ABC Ojako. Imagine, all these guys, GUO Transport, the young. Imagine those men throwing bundles of money around. These guys are no more doing anything to impress you. They are, in fact, their legacy now speaks for them. Even if no for the name war today, their legacy can ring a bell. A typical example is Ekene Dichukwu Odibe more than how many years ago. Today, you still hear about Ekene Dichukwu August Nilo Odibe. Imagine somebody doka Tony Mas na name since here, but today you still hear about the legacy of Tony Mas, especially people Binaba, and so on and so forth. So when you look at these two events, you will understand that Obi Cubana are still young guys who are in their prime. Trying to put up one show or the other in order to promote the businesses they are into, in order to keep their names alive, in order to sustain some of the businesses how they venture into. Now they carry them for head. Some of those things say na for arranged. Arranged. It is just a way of them introducing themselves to the people. How cannot at that age of introducing themselves to the people? Imagine a lot of people Obi Cubana before, but to bury where I will say that flamboyant bury where so we project more. Now more occasions where they go to put up those shows, they promote to more. But these guys, any of those things, because those guys had to go, those men had to go. If you ask me to put the two occasions side by side, I will tell you that now, even men Okija is more like a carnival. But the aim is not to target audience, or if the aim is just to do the occasions and they go. The other day, ABC Ojako, Nuli, Kelungwe Nwedi, Ifemeleba more like a gathering of timbers and caribas na Igbo, but you don't get to hear much about such occasions because the aim is the aim ablo to get the audience or to get your attention. But these guys, the reason pattern abia asina aputalo 50, asina aputalo crocodile 100. Apotan daily official, all those kind of things. Go say manya, na manya 12 million, na manya 15 million. You gotta go all those things. You gotta go see convoys of all those things. It's just at showcasing themselves to the world, creating business channels, building bridges between them and some people who they want to show that, yes, this is who we are, entertaining you partly, and the what? Promoting their businesses. If there are people you want to inspire you more than Igbo, those are more men, Okonkwo and Obi Jackso, because those are the men, when you look, they create generational wealth. I am not condemning anybody, but I'm just saying this for people, all these things in our phone and Facebook, they throw into depression. There are men you really need to listen to the stories they have. It will motivate you the more. When you listen to their stories, it will motivate you the more. Into depression. If you're buying $200, all those things will show it to entertain you. It is just show. It doesn't represent, it is just show. That is why somebody can carry 100 million, but it is just show, part of entertainment, to promote their showbiz and the entertainment businesses, to introduce themselves so that people will know them. When you know them, you know what they do. By knowing what they do, you may see one or two avenues to have business or to get engaged with them. That is it. When you see the men who storm Okija the other day, you will see the men who Oboda or Okija. But you don't get to hear about it. That is the difference. Ostrich canopy pounds. But that is not even the attention at that moment. Nobody want to get distracted by Ega Hana, but it is part of the ceremony for them. So there is no need or aim to showcase them to the world. But these guys are doing it. I understand the reason why they are doing it. But what I'm saying is that do not be distracted by that. For the name, not do distracted by that. It's just a go. Yeah, that part of their lifestyle was if they distracted. They want to start living that life immediately. Chef even them no if na chokafa na cho. If I if hajiwe na chokwa ka hana gakwa high. That is why you see somebody like Obi Cubana and them going to attend the house, going to Innocent, going to Ifanyo Bambonondo, going to all those guys. If na cho ke na cho, kama na na cho at a higher scale, go na cho kwe na scale ebe na aga. Do not be depressed. Others not depressed. You rather go. Others not depressed. Una do depressed. Ebe don't know. Ana ka ukodo ka asina uwabana who go. No. Even you go say these two occasions, 50 years birthday and the traditional marriage men no Okija ki uefu. Two different nnukute mmemme. Two different set of people biagaseria. You rather go. Two different reason and aim. You rather go. This one wasn't really to create attention, but this one really needed to create and draw attention to itself for reasons which may not be bad. But you stop getting distracted. Men, Adam showcase much. Nah, the only thing you know about Ellen Onyema is his airline business. The only thing you know about that is the only thing you know about Innocent and this man is their businesses. And that is what these guys are struggling so hard to do. But the way Hasebe, I will not lie, I have condemned it before because it is demoralizing and throwing many of our youth into depression. Sharon.